Hey, YouTube and family, uh, the Wendy House. Welcome to the Wendy House. Okay, this video I did do before, but because I deleted my account, I lost everything. Lost my friends, got some of the best friends back. Yesterday there was just 4 of us in my stream, and it was the best stream I've ever done. I loved it. Fucking a good laugh. I just love him. Love the now Debs must have been busy, but she usually pops in. But I think it was just 4 of us. Yeah, 4. But we had Mr. Whistle pop in now and then. But I think because my channel was gone down to Swanee. I'm just hoping that people start subbing to me again. I realise I'm not the bad guy. I'm the good guy. I don't like causing trouble, but I got dragged into the trouble. Messages, and I was like, fuck these, and without thinking, delete, lost a lot. So it took a lot of time to actually get a channel up and running again. A lot of people don't think it's actually me, but Vader said the other day, yes, that is Wendy, because it's the way she types. And Bulldog knows it's me. But I came back and there was more trouble going on with someone. So I was getting phone calls and fucking more messages. I was like, oh come on, I've only just started this this stream. Anyway, this video is to help people. Don't know why, but I'm helping people on the internet. Hopefully I'll get some people back. It's not the fact that I haven't got many people subbed. It's the fact that my streams are like not as good as they used to be. Don't worry, the guys that I spoke to yesterday, I fucking love them. So yes, this video is about my depression. People talk about how they've got depression, they've been through this, been through that. I keep my tongue tied, like keep my mouth shut, because I ain't no depression like I've been through depression and still suffering with depression. The depression I've got now has started as I was 16. I was brought up with a mum who was a manic depressive, because she was in a relationship before my dad, and he used to beat her up and stuff, so she basically got depressed, and it sort of got worse over the years. She had a baby, which was Bobby, the one who's got cerebral palsy. She didn't want nothing to do with him. Nothing. It was me basically bringing him up. I don't admit, I loved it. I loved spending time with my little brother. He was the best brother. And anyway, I think when I turned to 16, 17, I just kept feeling not with it. You feel like there was like cotton wool with my brain, and I used to cry and cry because I was like, young. I didn't know what was going on with me. And then my mum used to try to commit suicide in front of us. She used to make us find all the tablets to give to her. And she used to lock my dad outside, and he used to be banging to get in, and she wouldn't let him in. And it really, really fucked my head up. We were crying and begging my mum to let dad in. My dad had a very, very different approach to us. He was an abusive dad, very abusive. Never had any love from my dad. I remember him breaking my nose. I remember him. I always went to the doctors because, not being crude and not being disgusted, I always got infections down below. Doctor couldn't understand why, and I think I blanked out all that, because my dad used to have to put the cream at me, but I don't remember any of that. I basically blanked out. So, in my heart and soul, I think my dad molested me. I remember one morning, it was thundering and lightning, and everyone in the house ran to my mum and dad's bedroom. I went upstairs to join them, but they told me to go back downstairs on my own. Then I worked from the age of 16 to the age of 30. I worked, and I mean, I was never at unemployment. I used to love it. Working in supermarkets, meeting people, and I remember keep taking time off work. Took a lot of time off work because I felt ill. And everyone go, "What's the matter with you?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just feel like I'm going to pass out. I got hot, really hot and flustered." Then about my ex, and again, like my mum, she never gave us the, you've got to look out for a man, so and so. So I met him. I think I was with him for about 3 years. Good sex though, but he was very also abusive. And I remember one day, I think I'd moved in with it. I already had lady problems. Boys, period. I'm not afraid to admit. And I remember going, this is weird. I get period pains. I don't get them no more because I got a coil. And I remember crawling on my hands and knees, crying in pain. And I went, this is not right. This is not I can't be pregnant, I was thinking, because I got a period. But little did I know you could still have a period before you find out you're pregnant. And I went to my mum and dad, they let me in, and the sweat was pouring off me. My dad's going, "You alright, darling?" And I don't know, like that. So I remember going to the loo. And I had a miscarriage, which was the best thing that ever happened. It sounds silly, but it was brilliant that I never had a baby with this man. He was cheating behind my back, and I found out, and I really wish I never said nothing. I'll tell you why. And he used to send me away to our friends for the weekend, and I was like, yeah, cool, I'm down with that. So he could screw this girl who's like 30 years younger than him. Why do I always find a man who's a paedophile or been convicted of a paedophile? Anyway, he kicked me out, even though my name was at the address. Gave me a bag of clothes, and that was my life. Living out of a plastic bag. And then I got my own place, made it my own little house place, and I was happy. Just me, the cats. That was it. Then I met a girl called Lisa who lived downstairs with me, and we were talking about, she weren't happy in her relationship. I was like, I'm not in one. I had 3 shag buddies. You can call me a slag if you like, but I have 3 shag buddies. Yep. And I think that's cause of with bipolar. I didn't know I was bipolar then. This is like years before I found out. I shagged my ex-boyfriend, best mate, and he said, and everyone's like, why did you do that? I said, to get one up on him. And I said to my ex, the best thing about being with you, I've got to shag your best mate. Slag. I was a slag back then, so I have to admit, I don't like that word. Die Hard knows I don't like that word. Cryptic knows I fucking hate that name. But I'll classify myself as a slag. And then I met Gaz. I went to spend a long weekend with him. We hit it off, brilliant. Then he dumped me. Stating distance was too far. But little did I know, Gaz was cheating on me. Why do people cheat on me? But his ex dumped him because I don't know what for. So I was like, well, I need to find someone else. No, I turned lesbian. I had a relationship with a girl, but I found out in my heart and soul pussy wasn't my thing. I like the cock. And Gaz contacted me. I was chatting again like friends and stuff. Me and Lisa got a place together. But I was giving her the rent money, but she wasn't paying the bills. So he was going to get evicted. So Gaz is going, look, move up to Scotland. Move up to Scotland. Mum and Dad's going to take us in for a bit until we get a place of our own. So I had to sneak out stuff to my sister and sell stuff. And the girl took the rent money and she told her mum we got kicked out because I wasn't paying my rent. So I went, fuck it, fuck it, I'm going to Scotland. So I managed to get to Scotland. Lived with his mum and dad, very unhappy there, very, very unhappy. Because they were always drunk. And I started getting the migraines. And then I went to the doctor, saw a psychiatrist, got all my medication. Fine. Then me and Gaz got our own place. Well, I mean, we started off with fuck all. We had fuck all, guys. I mean, nothing compared to what I've got now. Is basically, I remember when I was 16, I forgot. I remember I kept sticking my fingers in a chest of drawers and jamming the drawers on my fingers. And my dad said, why are you doing it? And I said, I don't know. Anyway, I see a psychiatrist. He was brilliant. Best psychiatrist ever. But he retired. Then we got fucking Dr. Fuzi Wanker. And with me being diagnosed with bipolar, borderline personality disorder, I'll get a manic, which something sets you off and you don't know what to do. I remember going everywhere in our house trying to hide because I didn't want to associate with anyone. I just sat there and I felt faint all the time, hot, crying, and just hiding. Trying to hide from people. My sister rang up. Gaz got my sister to ring up because I was really that bad. She calmed me down. She's a cunt now. I'll get back to that in a minute, but yours. I thought a manic for me feels like a crunch in my head, and all you can do is just lay on the floor. I had to lay on the floor for it to pass, which really made me disorientated. and tired. So we got this new psychiatrist anyway. And I remember I was having a manic, and I tried to ring him up, but he wouldn't ring back. So I remember, I don't know what happened, guys. I remember standing in the bedroom with a razor blade and blood just running down my arm. And I was just sitting there, just looking at it, going, and then carried on cutting. The ambulance came, took me to the hospital. They told me I was having a manic. I said, I know that. So they looked at my medication. Psychiatrist at the hospital looked. I told her I broke down crying, saying I was trying to get in touch with my psychiatrist. Dr. Fuzi Wanker. And funny enough, he rang me the next day to check on me. And he didn't raise my meds. No, he raised one of my meds. And then, because I remember coming on chat, I was having a bad time. I come on YouTube, she's been a complete bitch in blaming moderates for turning against me. And Gaz is going, remember Gaz going, what are you doing? And I went, what? He goes, you're being a bitch to everyone. I was like, no, I'm not. No, I'm all right. No, I'm not. And he goes, you've been a bitch to them all. I think before that, just before I started YouTube, thanks to Bulldog and Dougie, I was in bed. No, I was chatting to my mum that day. And I was like, hello mum. She went, oh hi, yeah, I'm ringing up to see you. I love you, I love you. I went, yeah mum, I love you too. I'm not feeling well one day. I don't know what's going on. She had bipolar. She never took her meds. She went downhill from this lady who used to bath every day, go out shopping with my dad, to not bathing. She would go days without bathing, to the point where people don't, your mum smells a bit. But she didn't know, she didn't realise. She did not realise. I don't think she really cared. So I'm on the phone going, yeah, I love you mum, I really love you. Because me, that's the thing, that people think me, see, that's the thing with me and Die Hard, we've got in common. That's why we get on so well. We never got to say goodbye to our mums. I think Die Hard had it a little bit worse than me. Definitely. Hang on, I've got a cold there. There we go. So, actually, that's how me and Die Hard get on well. So very well. Bulldog and me do. We flirt with each other. People think we're dating, we're not, we're just having a good laugh. Even Gaz knows that. So I went to bed, 11 o'clock it was. I was in bed with Pooch Diesel. And then Gaz comes in, goes, Wendy, you need to get up. And I was like, what is it? Tell Sally I'll ring her tomorrow. Goes, Wendy, get up now. And I was like, why? Bit of sex, are we? No. See, I've got to make jokes. Everyone else, I have to make a joke before I crack up. And I got the phone and I was like, hello, what's up? And the first thing that came out of her mouth was, Wendy, mum's dead. And you're half asleep and half awake, you're like, what? And Gaz is sitting there looking at me. He knew. Well, she told him. And he just looked at me, and I just remember, do you know what? I can't even remember the conversation we had on the phone. I remember sitting here, where I usually sit, hello, with Jesus. And Gaz was trying to talk to me, but I wouldn't talk to him. You're trying to sink it in. And then, bang, it hit me. And I remember crying and crying and crying. And I put on Facebook, rest in peace, Mum. And everyone thought I was joking because me and my mum used to like fight sometimes. And if Gaz's mum's gone, oh, you've had a fight with the cats. Everyone's gone, oh, you haven't a with Wendy, having a laugh with her about it. And Gaz has put up saying, no, Wendy's mum's died. She's passed away. And I never ate, wouldn't drink, taken into hospital, put in the drip because I was out of diet. My body had given up, it was giving up because I was like, I don't want to do this. That's it. And then I had to go to England. It didn't hit me. That's the thing, it did not hit me. And I remember going to see my dad and I just looked at him and I'm like, fucking hell. You know how AGP was? He's a big healthy man. And then a couple of months later you look at him and go, my God, what's happened? He looks so ill. That's what my dad was like. I remember cuddling my dad and he wouldn't cry. He did not cry. I don't think he understood. I remember how he told us how she died, but all I remember is my dad saying she was wandering around the house, just wandering around the house. And she went to the shop. She goes to the supermarket every day. Every single day she would go to the supermarket. She went to the supermarket the day before she died. And I remember being told she went into the shop and she said to the lady said, right, Pauline? And my mum sort of looked at her and she went, my mum goes, do you sell milk? And she's gone, what? She went, do you sell milk? This is the lady who goes to the shop and gets milk every day. Asking the lady, do you sell milk? And my dad said she came home, she wet the bed twice, but she actually took the bed, she stripped the bed, made it, wet the bed again, and she's done it again. And then she went into my brother's bedroom and just sat on his bed. This is the brain basically dying. Came to the living room and sat down. And my dad's talking to her, she's not answering, she just looked with it. And my dad said to my mum, if you don't say anything, I'm going to walk out and leave you. And she looked at my dad and say, why? What have I done? And the doorbell rang. That's my little brother coming home. And my dad, he's on a Zimmer frame, bless him. He's had a stroke. So he sort of went to the door. He looked at my mum. And mum looked at my dad and he said, I love you, but I've got to go now. So my dad's gone, okay. But as he's turned round, she was gone. She had passed away. So I came down. Turned out, I remember crying. Christmas. She was in a morgue over Christmas. I remember saying to my sister, Mum doesn't like being on her own. She hated being on her own. And now she's in a morgue all by herself. And I just broke down crying. Because there's so, I'll tell you in the end, I know this is a long video, but this is about my life I like to share with you all. And I remember we had to go to the Undertaker's, to the Chapel of Rest. And the Undertaker went in. I couldn't see my mum. I couldn't see her because I was like, I can't look at my mum. Last time I talked to her, she was alive. And I don't know what it was doing. I think my anxiety kicked in. My dad sat there and he looked at me and my sister and went, "Come say goodbye to your mum." My feet were moving, but my bones were like, "No, no, 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 stop, 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 stop. You gotta see her." When the screen I knew, I was looking at her body. And I placed roses in her coffin. And I just looked at her, and my sister's gone, "I forgot to put the my mum bought a calendar of Cliff Richard for next year, which she never saw. And my sister's gone, "I forgot to put the Cliff Richard calendar in." So we put the calendar in, and I remember kissing her on the forehead, and my lips went so cold. It's like it was travelling. It's like I was kissing an ice cube. But my heart was banging like that, and I remember in the car on the way back to my dad, and I was like crying, but trying not to cry. My sister could see that I was crying. I remember we went to my sister's house for the funeral, and we both just broke down crying. Broke down crying. So I had to take my antidepressants. It was lucky that it was high dose. Anyway, I came home, went down again, make it quick, and fine, everything was fine, tickety-boo. And then I happened to meet this fucking girl called Debs. Not Debs on here, Debbie. Went to see her, had a drink. I told Debbie everything. I thought I could trust her. I poured my soul out to her. So basically she turned on me over a Tom Hardy picture, gas got up. And I said to my sister, "Look, can you chat to Debbie and see what the fuck's going on?" And like, you know. And my sister wouldn't talk to me. So Debs, I must have told her all the secrets ever. Even though my sister was on the phone to me 24/7 slagging off my parents, slagging them off. I reckon in my heart and my soul, my dad stopped talking to me because he relied on my sister for helping him shop, stuff like that. If he was talking to me still, he would have, if he didn't rely on my sister, he would have been talking to me. So anyway, I thought, fuck it, screw them all. You know, I got my new life up in Scotland. Anyway, I get a message on Facebook from my friend called Claire Bear. She went, "Hi Wayne, how are you?" I went, "Yeah, I'm brilliant." She went, "I'm sorry to hear about your dad." And I went, "What?" She went, "What do you mean what?" I said, "What?" She went, "When did your dad passed away 2 months ago?" And people say, "Oh, I'm depressed." So fucking imagine having that done to you. Finding out 2 months after your dad had passed away. I couldn't cry for my dad. He died 2 months ago. The grieving process is over. Everyone's got over it. Apart from me, I was like a brick wall in front of me, thinking, how am I going to get over this? And I took an overdose. I took loads and loads of painkillers. Sleeping tablets I was supposed to take 2 a night. I took the whole week's worth in one go. I had enough. I'd given up on life. I've got a family. Well, I talk to my brother ever so often. But he's like me, he just keeps away from it all. But let's just say she got quite a bit of money, my sister. Which I found out later my dad left me money in his will. She never gave it to me and I can't do a thing about it. And since then, I've completely lost trusting people now. I'm scared to talk to people about stuff like this. I can't find my emotions apart from Die Hard. He's a great bloke. He seriously is a great bloke. Okay, it's a bit weird when he's drunk, but I feel like I could tell him anything, and I know he wouldn't throw it back in my face because he'd get a fucking punch in the head. No, he wouldn't. So yeah, life's been up and down. Then I found YouTube. I found you guys, the ones that I've subbed, and it was great. It helped my anxiety, helped my depression. People notice a lot of difference in me since I had my medication changed, because Cryptic goes, you're a completely different person now. Now you've got your medication sorted out. And then his fighting started up, backstabbing. I got pulled into it. That fucked my head up completely. I just didn't want to go on streams anymore. So I went, fuck it, I'm leaving. I've had enough. I quit. So I lost everything. My videos, my history, videos of Diesel. Wish I could make new ones of. And then I come back after the I didn't realise you lose your videos, which I did. I lost a fucking lot over fucking bitches who'd spend their life on YouTube. Their life is YouTube. They like drama. They slag people off. I don't get involved anymore because I've got a really bad temper. I have got a bad temper. Really bad. You've got to be so careful with me. You can either get me one way or the other way. If I'm a bitch, I'm a fucking bitch. If I'm happy, I'm happy. But lately, with fighting, you're like, fuck it. I'm going to leave YouTube. This is not helping me. Okay, it's 9:45. This ain't gonna help with my anxiety, my bipolar. No way. No way I'm gonna make myself sick. And then I returned, and it's starting off a bit slowly. Thanks to the people who are sharing my channel, helping me get back on YouTube. It's because it makes me happy. YouTube. Couple of hours a day, jump on, have a chinwag, and now I'm telling you my story, my life, my illnesses. I've been ill for a couple of days, funny enough. I never got a tail sticking out my head. And Cryptic, I hope he comes back soon because I fucking miss him. He's a good laugh. The loser club is now starting to lose people due to my fault. No, it's not my fault. We still got the loser club, just missing Cryptic. So, yes, this is the story of my life. So, people sit there go, I'm depressed. I would change my life to have one day of no depression. Not sitting here feeling like crap. I'm losing interest in everything now. And that's because of this channel. No, my old channel. Yeah. But, I appreciate Mary as well. She shared my channel out. As I said, it's little, but hopefully one day it'll start to grow back to how it was. And yes, that's it really. So, hope you enjoyed the story of how I used to be an old slapper and to be a bigger slapper. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry it went on a bit, but you clicked on it. Anything else before I go? No. That's my life in a nutshell.